the Let's Talk Sports fans. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, welcome to another LTS show. I'm your host. Johnny forgot to take himself off. He forgets that I like to do the monologue by myself.
Apologies. I just wanted to say a quick hello since I haven't been here in forever.
You know what I mean? I got to give you a good introduction, asshole. But, nonetheless, welcome to another great LTS show. There's this big event happening in Detroit, folks. It is the NFL draft, baby. It is here. Finally, all the smoke is starting to settle. Remember when the Giants were, they're going to move up for a quarterback. They're going to move this. They're going to do that. They stayed pat, and they didn't even take a quarterback. They take Malik Neighbors. So Malik Neighbors headed to the Giants. Kind of the surprise, I would say, pick so far of the draft. First three picks, exactly what we heard. There was no smoke there, right? We knew it was going to be Williams. We knew it was going to be Daniels. We knew it was going to be May. Fourth, we thought maybe some trades, but then, maybe that's where it would get interesting. But again, I tell everybody for the last 3 weeks, don't believe all this smoke screens, man. It's Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg lighting it up at the concert together. That's how much smoke there is. Just wait till it unfolds. We'll see what happens. React to it in. But everybody's like, they could trade up. They could move down. They're taking phone calls. Every team is taking phone calls. That's the whole point of the draft process is everybody's on the phone, you idiots. No, but everybody wants to believe this and that. And here we are. Not one single trade in the top. What are we at? 10 right now? 9, 10? So not one single trade has happened. Really, it's been perfectly kind of, as I would say, conducted for the most part. So, Scott Cope saying Atlanta Penix. I don't think so. Let me look here. I'm not believing anything, Scott, until it comes across my damn TV screen or my Twitter feed. If those things ain't happening, I don't believe it. So we'll see. See what happens. So a lot of guys are, it is Michael Penix. Good call, Scott. Michael Penix Jr. to the Atlanta Falcons. This might be the surprise pick of the draft outside of Neighbors. Surprisingly, remember, everybody was high on McCarthy. Let's go ahead. We want to bring in some guys. Sam is boots on the ground at the draft. Scott is recovering as he's kicking cancer's ass. Johnny, again, I got to give you a goddamn intro. Jesus, new guy. Nonetheless, Tanner is doing his paid gig. Sam's boots on the ground. So I had to send a call out. Who can join me tonight? Tonight's special. And a guy who wants to continue to mess up the flow of the show because he hasn't been on in like 3 weeks. So he is back tonight. He took a hiatus to cry over his Yankees sucking, the Dolphins sucking. But he's back in new hopes. Mr. Yankee Finn himself, Johnny Cruz.
What's going on, bro? I'm acting like this is my first time actually having to produce the show, but apologies on that. Happy to be back.
It's two strikes,
bro. That's all right. I won't strike out. I'll choke up on the bat and I'll make contact. Dude, Penix to Atlanta is insane to me, bro. Yes, please keep taking all these quarterbacks so that way a good player will fall to my Dolphins at 21. I thought Penix could go like top 15 or something, maybe Denver or something like that, but the ATL with my dude, I'm shocked by that one. I thought Marvin Harrison to Arizona just made too much sense. The first three, like you mentioned, was pretty much locked in. It's a Jim Harbaugh thing to grab the big offensive tackle to protect his.
I knew the Chargers. There was smoke today, Johnny. This is how high people was getting that Herbert was going to get traded to the Vikings because in Chargers we're going to take McCarthy because because he loved him and McCarthy were in Michigan. That's how high people was getting today. Like, I need some of that shit because there was no way did I ever believe any of that.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Be careful looking at your phone, bro. You're gonna be getting these picks earlier than what they're coming on. Allen, you ain't lying, bro. Penix at 8 is insane.
It is.
Scott's saying the Raiders are crying big time. I'm sure.
I don't know because they can trade up. They're still McCarthy. They're still, everybody was high on McCarthy. Yeah. Now he's falling down. And the
not
board.
for nothing. I'm glad for my New York Giants fans. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, as a Yankee fan, I hear a lot of New York radio, and the Giants were like tripping out about the whole them taking JJ McCarthy. And I figured they're gonna get him a weapon, bro. They just gave this kid Daniel Jones $40 million. They're gonna get him a weapon. See what happens with Daniel Jones. If he still sucks, then they're gonna wind up being in a position to draft a quarterback next year. So why not get an actual weapon in New York? Because they have nothing, bro. They have the cupboard is bare in New York as far as weaponry. But and of course the Hall of Famer Scott Cole feel better. And apparently just keep making that money because the degenerate gambler is he's on fire, bro, with his bets, bro.
Penix to the Atlanta is wild, especially after they just paid Kirk Cousins. Right? I mean, they just brought in Kurt. Good for them, though. That means Penix can sit for a year or two, and or maybe Kurt. Kurt's coming off that Achilles, so maybe he's not going to be fully healthy. Who knows? We'll go ahead. We want to bring in our guest tonight. We sent the call out, so I sent it down to down south, down in Texas. As Scott would say, where they speak Mexican. So that's they speak Mexican, but they're not going to be speaking Mexican on this program because I think you probably speak it, but I look it, but I don't speak it.
I speak Spanish. I don't think there's a language called Mexican, but unless you're saying that's crazy. You ready? You ready for these? You ready for these guys, man?
Yeah. Nonetheless, my baseball team, just swept the shit out of their baseball team. So it's even better to have them on tonight. But their football team is absolutely crushing it. They don't even have a pick this year because maybe they do, but they're crushing it. Give it up for the guys from Houston, Texas, the Just Fans, Carlos and Rios, baby.
¿Qué onda, güey? ¿Cómo estamos, hijo de la chingada, güey? Oh, wait, sorry. The SAP button was on. What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's going on, fellas?
Sorry, the Mexican button was on. Sorry.
Sorry. Yeah.
Northern Mexico
we need closed captioning. I need translation. Johnny, translate for me what he just said, will you?
He said, "What's going on?
How are you?"
He said he's happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here. It means the world to be on the Bodkins Show. That's what I said.
El Bodkins.
It's all good. Woo! Hey, just in the Jets trade with the Vikings.
Oh wow!
Oh,
so the Vikings the Jets are trading back. We missed this. Rome Odunze selected by the Bears, so the Bears get their star quarterback, and then they double down with the wide receiver at 9.
Nice.
And now the Jets are trading back with the Vikings. Vikings are taking McCarthy here.
I think they have to. No,
they have to at that point.
Yeah, there's no more QBs after that. I'm expecting McCarthy to go before Penix, but hey, I think he went to the best spot, honestly.
Penix was wild.
Penix, I think, went to a good spot. Atlanta's a good spot. You know what I mean?
Because he doesn't have to start right away. He could sit, and they have plenty of weapons on that roster whenever Cousins decides to hang it up. Because you're gonna have right. You're gonna have Bijan. You're gonna have Kyle Pitts. You got Drake London. They got a pretty decent squad out there.
Why is Alan calling me beautiful?
I think he meant the intro the way you came on the show.
Got it.
At least that was my interpretation. That was my interpretation of it. It could be something different, but that's how I'm
he thinks you're very handsome, Carlos.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Finally.
They're trying to get up, Scott, to take McCarthy here at 10.
Yeah.
They have to, because I don't see who else they would take.
Yeah, especially once Penix is gone. If they're gonna get a quarterback, they have to move up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
The Jets, smart on the Jets here to trade back and get some picks here. I was surprised the Bears didn't trade back out of the 9, but they wanted a Duzier with to pair with Caleb Williams. That Caleb Williams is coming in, folks, with a better team than Justin Fields could ever dream of. Now you got Keenan Allen, You got Aduzier, and you got DJ Moore. Plus, they just signed Swift in the offseason. Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, the Bears could be a problem here in the NFC North, folks. I might be a little nervous.
I was gonna say, as a Packer fan, how do you feel about that one?
Right.
Yeah. I'd be a
we're
little
still
worried.
the fucking Bears, right? So I'm not too worried about it. So you know. So.
Yeah,
Let
and
me
I
ask
think
you
Jordan
guys,
Love just extended the lease that Aaron Rodgers had. So I mean, I think he still has custody of the Bears. So.
I'm rocking the J Love shirt today. The Texans have had a hell of an offseason so far. You guys brought in Diggs to go along with the rest of the gang. You guys killed it in the draft. Do you guys have a first round pick this year, right? No first round.
Nah,
we
no
don't.
first round.
We got 42nd and 59,
But there's been a lot of smoke. They might move up because
there's speculation, and I mean the Texans right now are in the war room, of course, but there's a lot of speculation that there's a chance Nick Caserio might cook tonight. So we'll see. It's just kind of look and see what he can do.
So Jets get the 11th pick. So they just moved down. They moved down one spot, I guess. And they get 111, 129 overall and 157 overall for the Vikings. Get the 10th and a 203 to the Vikings. So.
Okay. So, I mean, I guess they didn't give up much, but damn, they were that scared. They had to move up one spot.
Right.
Maybe they want to make sure that the Raiders or somebody didn't trade up.
The Raiders or Denver didn't jump them.
Yeah.
No, it
Raiders,
makes sense,
Denver
but
both need a quarterback.
Yeah, but as far as Houston not having a first round pick, I think they're okay with how that trade worked out for them last draft. So you know what I'm saying?
We're okay.
Yeah, I think a little bit.
Yeah.
I think you're good. How y'all feeling about the Diggs trade?
I liked it. It was honestly, I felt like our receivers were fine, but obviously you do need somebody. So another weapon. There could never be enough weapons for CJ Stroud. I mean, with the acquisition of Joe Mixon as well, that takes a load off of him as also. And then I think Stephon Diggs is a great addition to it. You know, he's definitely going to get the ball as well over here on this side. You got Nico, who went over 1,000 yards last season. You got Tank Dell, who almost got there if it wasn't for the injury that he suffered. Yeah, and so you would have had 2,000-yard receivers last season, and now you're adding Stephon Diggs plus Joe Mixon and how do you call it? And Dalton Schultz to the mix, bro. CJ Stroud is going to have a field day next season. That's what I'm thinking.
What I like about the Diggs move is that they restructured his contract, and it's only pretty much a 2-year deal. That's what I think is the most important thing, because it seems like after about 2 years, his welcome is not so much.
Here's a question from your Hall of Famer too. Do you think that Diggs is going to wind up taking balls away from Darren Collins?
Go ahead, Wes.
I think more than likely, probably Nico's going to see a little bit of decrease in production, because when Tank Dell was healthy, he wasn't the one receiver. He was targeted a lot by CJ, especially in the red zone. And I think that continues even with Stephon Diggs out there. But I think on third downs is where you're going to see Diggs really shine, because he can create the separation a little bit differently than Tank Dell and Nico can.
Right. Well, I mean, and they did the right thing by giving him all his money up front. So he'll be the good soldier for the 1 year, because he's going to want to be able to get another contract after the season. So you guys are going to get the good Stephon Diggs, who hopefully for y'all
unless he becomes the old Stephon Diggs in the second half.
Like
of the season,
I don't think he will for the 1 year. For the 1 year, and like I said, they gave him all his money up front.
Yeah,
he's got all his money already. So you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna complain now, then that's gonna raise some flags, you know what I'm saying, for the next team. And I think he's gonna want one more contract. I'm just glad he's out of Buffalo, bro. He was killing us.
JJ McCarthy to the Vikings. They get their quarterback now. So I mean the NFC North is 3 young quarterbacks. Jordan Love now. The Bears are gonna have Caleb Williams. The Vikings are gonna have JJ McCarthy. The Lions still got Jared Goff, and we're just a half away from going to the Super Bowl. So the NFC North is going to be tough.
I don't think not this first year. I don't think, bro. And your boys got a couple years edge on them.
A couple of years, Yeah.
Oh yeah. In a few years, it should be an interesting division. I mean, if they all develop to who their teams are hoping they are, that your guy's a player already, and he got the opportunity to sit behind Aaron Rodgers. You know what I'm saying? So he's ready to go and hit the ground running. If you guys don't battle Detroit for the division or win a division, then there's a problem. But I think Chicago, like you said, they did a good job of surrounding Caleb with a lot of good players, which is why, months ago I was saying I would keep Fields and just keep stocking up the team because, they were doing a good job. But they still, they drafted a quarterback that they think obviously is going to be better than Fields, and they still got the ability to put more weapons around him. I like the kid out of Washington, that wide receiver. You put him with DJ Moore, Cole Kmet, at tight end. That's a nice little offense right there, man. If they can pick up a couple offensive linemen and protect them, I don't know. Chicago might be interesting.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm right there with you as well. I think they can be interesting. Let me ask you, Rios, how surprised were you that Penix Jr. to Atlanta? To me, that's the surprise pick, and the Giants not, all the smoke of them not drafting a quarterback and not taking one.
Yeah, I think Neighbors was probably the first surprise of the draft because I expected them to try to trade up, try to get a guy like Jaden Daniels or Drake May, but like I said, they want to pull the trigger. I mean, as much as they're paying Daniel Jones, it's kind of hard for them to move on from him anyway. It's like what, $40 million a year?
40 mil, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I said I think they did the best thing possible for them, because New England and Washington weren't going to trade down and give up their quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So the Giants, I think the Giants did the right thing by taking an actual playmaker.
Arizona was the interesting piece to me. Like, if anybody was going to come up and nobody did, and they stayed pat and took, just depending on who you listen to, Marvin Harrison or a lot of people liked Neighbors, like who was one or two. So I mean, to get Neighbors at 9, a lot of people had him as one of the best players in this draft.
No, they got him at like
7.
4, 7. Yeah. 7. One of those. It was after 5.
Yeah.
But I'm with you on that one. But Marvin Harrison to Arizona just made too much sense. Kyler Murray, they've invested so much money in that kid. You got to get him a weapon. And I like Marvin Harrison. I know they were nitpicking, but that's what they do when you get this deep right before the draft. They start nitpicking every little thing on these guys. I mean, everybody was saying Marvin Harrison was the clear number 1 all year. And then, Malik had a nice year in LSU, but there was a reason why Marvin Harrison was the number 1 rated wide receiver all season long.
I agree. Scott wants to know, Amon St. Brown and A.J. Brown got the bag in the last 2 days. What do you got, Carlos? What did you think about that? I mean,
smart move by the Lions. The Lions are at a point where they're trying to be contenders, and it's weird to say that in this time of day. So you got to secure the bag as early as you can. I mean, come on. Did we really think the Lions were going to go that far last season? Nobody had that in their bingo card. They were talented. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I did.
I mean, I thought they would win the division. I don't know about it. I didn't see title
championship game, but I don't know. I mean, so once you're in the playoffs, anything can possible.
Right. So I like what the Lions are doing. They're securing the bag earlier or whatnot. I like it to that point because they're really. I'm excited for the Lions, even though I'm obviously not a Lions fan. I'm excited for the Lions because it's like they're no longer. I don't see him as a joke anymore. I actually see him as a team that's really trying to get there, and they've been successful as last season. And I mean, they were making some noise even the season prior to that, some noise, but not quite there. And then last season, man, they took off. So to me, this season, by doing these type of moves, I honestly see like the sky's the limit right now where they can go. They're going to go pretty far as well this season. So I have. If I were to pick an NFC team, that's a team that I'm really looking at. I would love to see how far they go, and I honestly have high expectations for them. So I thought that was a really smart move from the Lions. And even though as soon as they started getting, I'm trying to blank on the coach's name right now. I'm sorry.
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell. Like that has been a big turnaround for the Lions. Like we all saw Hard Knocks, right? We saw the motivational speeches. We saw everything. Yeah, exactly. So it all starts there, you know, building the culture around. And believe me, no one knows more than turning the culture around like Houston. So seeing that in Hard Knocks, it was kind of like, maybe that's kind of like how the Texans were doing stuff like that, you know? And so you got a little insight in it. So honestly, with the Lions doing that, dude, it's a great move for them. And I could see them being, you know, for at least a good while, being up there in the, you know, in the playoff rounds and stuff like that. So I'm actually happy for the Lions. I think they deserve it. So I'll take it.
He's a dude too. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm on Ron.
He's a dude.
You never hear any kind of issues from him either. He never complains about nothing, but he catches everything that's thrown to him. He makes plays. So I just wish Chris Greer would get off his ass and give Jalen Waddle that extension, because all it's doing with all these other guys signing is just making the price tag that much higher, man.
There we go.
Damn.
I would tell you that AJ Brown and St. Brown are better more important to their team than Waddle is, though, to the Dolphins.
Right now, yes. Right now, yes, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we could get deeper into this another time, but I don't anticipate Tyreek being on the team after this season. So they need to lock up Waddle.
Same thing too. I didn't think
they need to lock up Waddle, and that's why I wouldn't be surprised if they take a wide receiver. I just don't want it to be that kid from Texas. He weighs like 100 pounds, bro, soaking wet.
It's like one hit and he's down, isn't it?
Yeah, and not only
Jets drafting Penn State offensive tackle Olu Fashanu. Hey, they needed off. They got to protect Aaron Rodgers. They got to pick PR8. Yeah.
There was a lot of talk about the Bowers kid from the tight end from Georgia, but you need to protect Aaron Rodgers. But you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a good pick for the Jets. As far as I forgot what we were just talking about 30 seconds earlier.
Waddle.
The Xavier Worthy kid out of Texas. His biggest issues, he runs a 4.21. Yes, he's fast as hell. He's small and he got drop issues.
Yes.
Well, like I mentioned on Aqua and Orange Insights, which you can check out, we recorded it yesterday. We already got one of those and we pay him $30 million. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyreek Hill is fast as hell, but he's got a bit of the drops. You know what I'm saying? And at key moments too. We don't need another one of those.
So real quick,
short-handed wide receiver.
0 defensive players taken in the top 10 this year.
I don't think there's going to be one probably till 15, 16.
Yeah.
Good. Let them keep dropping.
Let them keep dropping.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm hoping for
back in the first.
And that's the thing, though. The more they keep dropping, and Rios and I, we had a show yesterday. We talked about these things, and on Monday as well. The more they keep dropping, the best chance of us trying to get different players. Like I had on my list like Tyler Newton, because we desperately need to say. I feel like our secondary is our biggest concern. So I had like Tyler Newton in one of mine. I had Javon Bullocks, and I also had I said Bullocks. I'm sorry, I dropped the name. Bullard, thank you. Javon Bullard also, and TJ Tampa for me. Those were my top 3 guys in the secondary that the Texans could need. But Rios had a pretty good scenario. What could happen if kind of like what's happening right now, where no defensive players have been taken so far? Rios, can you tell what your scenario was yesterday?
Yeah, also I said a guy to keep an eye on would be Kool-Aid McKinstry from Alabama, because Casario has drafted a lot of guys from the Power 5 schools, mainly from Alabama. We have a lot of Alabama players on the team already.
Yeah.
And if he falls past like 21, 22, I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the phone and try to scoop up him or Terry and Arnold. Because the way this draft is shaping up right now, there's supposed to be like 10 linemen taken in the first round.
Bro, if those 2 corners are anywhere in the low to mid 20s, I think you guys need to make a move up. Yeah, and take one of those. So those are the 2 best corners in this draft, man. But keep it going, man. Keep it going. Get me my defensive tackle. I need a big ugly.
Yeah, going into the draft, this draft was about the quarterbacks, the big quarterbacks, and then the tackles. Just O-line, and then the big stud wide receivers. Yeah. 5 QBs.
You ain't lying, Kale. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think anybody saw.
Yes,
probably.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
6 quarterbacks in the top 12. Yes, please, Denver. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it, Denver. I dare you.
I
Do
can
it.
see
I
that.
can see it.
You
I
do
can
it with
see
those
it.
ugly ass uniforms, Denver. Do it.
Right. Right.
I
I
said,
can talk because the H-Town
Hey,
uniforms
imagine
rule.
though, Nick, you go from the sweet uniforms of Oregon, all the sweet Nike uniforms. You got to wear that shit in Denver.
At least-
I didn't want to
least-
make a comment about the Amon St. Brown real quick.
Oh,
So
sorry,
they
yeah.
signed, they
Yeah.
locked him and Penny Sewell up at the same day. Those two guys were the very first guys drafts that Dan Campbell and their GM drafted. So it's not only like, hey, we're keeping our own, we're hitting in our draft picks, and we're keeping our draft picks.
locking
Which is,
Guys, yeah.
we're
Telling you,
locking
yeah.
them up. Like
Yeah.
they're part of the culture and going forward. And the AJ Brown scenario, like AJ he wanted a deal done because if you follow him on Twitter or Instagram, he's deleting that shit every day, following the Eagles, talking shit every day. Sam absolutely loved him down in Tennessee, did the same shit down there, and then he gets paid in Philly, and then the same scenario, and now he finally gets paid. So
Right. I miss Sam.
Kale says Bo Nix is better than Caleb
Bro,
Williams.
Kale, I love you in the whole shit, but stop, bro. Bo Nix is like 34 years old already, bro.
Nah.
right?
Yeah.
And he ain't, you know what I'm saying? He all right, bro. He ain't
I
nowhere
would
near
say this.
Caleb
I'm
Williams.
going to say
I don't
this.
think Caleb Williams is the next, you know what I'm saying? Patrick
I'm
gonna say
Mahomes.
this.
Like, people need to stop that shit.
Yeah.
But
They didn't
he's
know
good,
Patrick
bro.
Mahomes was going to be Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to defend Kale on one thing here. My Facebook memories popped up today, and Kale Carr said, "I'm so glad we drafted Jordan Love." And I couldn't have been further fucking from the opposite end of when we drafted Jordan Love. I fucking was mad. I hated it. Screamed, "Fuck! What the fuck are we fucking doing?" And Kale was like, "Man, this kid's going to be really good, Nick. Like he's a Packers fan, so he was, and so he was right. He was right. So."
Gentlemen, I am actually about to go. It was great seeing you. I got to do some work. So it was great being on the show. I appreciate y'all. Y'all can stay with the other Texan over here, Rio. So
The other one that speaks Mexican?
yeah, that one.
Okay.
See?
Put the
All
SAP
right.
button on. Hey, y'all, appreciate y'all. But hey, we're and Sam's over there in Detroit, right?
Yeah, Sam's boots on the ground in Detroit.
Haircut over there.
I told him I told them to be careful. They like sweet Southern
January
boys.
6th.
I told Sam, I said, Sam, be careful. They love sweet Southern boys. I said they either really love sweet Southern boys or they hate sweet Southern boys. You're gonna have to figure out which one's which.
Don't be too proud over there, Sam. All right,
He was the only one. He was the only one standing for the anthem during the draft.
Yeah. Why is Sam taking tiki torches? I don't get it. All right, guys. Hey, good seeing y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Be
Hey,
safe,
we appreciate
bro.
it, Carlos. Thanks, brother. Here's the Broncos. Here's the Broncos. They're next. They gotta be taking. It's Bo Nix, right? They gotta have a quarterback. They can't. Their quarterback room is Zach Wilson. Who else? Jared Stidham.
That's it, basically. That's it. Probably some
There's some other
non-roster
scrub.
guy that we don't even know about.
There's some
Your
other
boy,
stuff.
your boy,
I can't remember
your boy Kale here is like, hey, yeah, he loves Jordan Love fan from day one. Yeah, I've liked him from jump as well. I was honestly of the, you know what I'm saying, I wanted the Dolphins to draft a tackle in that draft and then take Jordan Love with the 18th pick instead of taking Tua, but I digress. It is what it is. But now I like Jordan Love, man. You got a good one there, bro.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, he's got a profound next year, so we'll see what happens.
Sam told Sky he stole hair products out of Roger Goodell's dressing room. Probably.
Is it a reach here? It's a reach if they take.
I
Nix
think it's
at
a
11.
reach, bro. I don't like Bo Nix. I mean, not that he can't be a good player, but not at 12, bro. But I didn't think Penix was worth. I didn't think was worth 8. I didn't think McCarthy was worth. JJ McCarthy was worth the 10th pick. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
You're
that's
talking
what
about
happened.
him 3.
No, you're right.
Depending on depending on day of the week and how much news coverage they needed, depending on where McCarthy was going, right? Like that's just
Right.
The Broncos
three guys
who just traded for Zach Wilson now take Bo Nix at number 12, their QB
So they
of the
did
future.
take him. That's good, man. Those offensive linemen are just
Ray,
falling
Jeff,
down, boy.
What is Atlanta thinking? That's a good point. I think they either Kirk Cousins. They know Kirk Cousins isn't long term, so they can do the Jordan Love route with Michael Penix. You're going to sit behind this veteran for a guy or two. And really, that's how it used to be, right? That's how it used to be. You get draft a quarterback, they sit for a year, learn, and develop. And now Michael Penix can do that in their system, learn from Kirk Cousins. And Kirk, too, is coming off of that Achilles tear, so who knows how healthy he is.
Yeah. That's crazy, though, bro. Like, I mean...
they're
second rounders, honestly. They're second rounders, I guess. But.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if you were gonna pull a Lamar Jackson and come back into the first round with the very last pick just to get that 5th-year option, but for them to go 8 and 12, like I said, this is the best thing for teams like Miami and Green Bay and stuff like that. Let those good players keep falling, bro.
Yeah, I liked Penix. I liked Penix game. I will bring our next guest in, guy who's big Seattle fan. Played a little wide receiver or corner. I'm sorry, corner. And he's got to be sad that there's no defensive players been taken yet. Give it up for our guy, Bo Talks Football. Football Talk with Bo, I guess.
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? How you doing tonight?
What's going on? Bo is partying, boy.
It's a little loud, so I apologize if I'm yelling at you. That being said, my guy right here picked Penix going in the spot that he did.
Wow.
So say hi.
Good job, little man.
So yeah, we got a good showing tonight. We got
the Raiders doing, Bo.
Say that again.
Ask him where he's got the Raiders going.
What do you think the Raiders are gonna do?
All right, who do you got for the Raiders? Says it's a hard one, guys. But yeah, so we got some Seahawks in the house. We got the Seagulls. We got Blitz. Pretty cool environment. We're here at the Queen Anne Beer Hall, and as you can see, it's a full house for sure. It's funny for my team though. I think we're trading back, especially now that Penix is off the board.
What's the surprise pick so far?
So I'm a little surprised Penix got off the board when he did. I thought he was going to last a little longer. I didn't think he was going to fall to us, obviously, but I really thought he was going to be kind of right around like 14, 15. So I was surprised that he went where he did.
I got you. Hey, Bo, tell everybody they can buy a shot on me.
Say again?
They can buy a shot on me, but it's on your card.
Man, I'm sorry. I can't hear you guys. I was trying.
You good, man. You good, bro. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy the rest of your night, guys.
All right, man. All right, safe, man. Bro. I feel him on the trade back. You know what I'm saying? Because I think you're going to see a lot of these teams want to trade back. Right. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be mad at you saying, "Hey, Alan, don't start doing this, bro. Don't start doing this. Putting the stuff in the chat before we get to see who gets picked because you get to see it before us." But it looks like Brock Bowers is going to Vegas, according to.
Thanks, Alan.
Rap Sheet just tweeted it out. Raiders keep the offensive player run going. Brock Bowers.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
For them.
They had to replace. I don't know because they just drafted what's his name last year, tight end out of Myers. So they're going to run two.
Now you double up. You know what I'm saying? The 2 tight end sets. Don't they got?
Yeah, Brock's not going to block a whole lot.
Right. He's going to be more of the receiving tight end. You know what I'm saying? But he's a capable blocker, though. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I like that pick. Saying he didn't go to the Jets and Buffalo didn't trade up for him, so I'm good with that.
And he didn't go to the Colts, the Titans. I'm happy about that too, or the Jaguars.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You ain't lying. But like I said, this is pushing a lot of good players back to us, Nick, bro. Because you said I'm at 21, you're at 4, 25. Yeah. So there's gonna be some good talent there. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Miami, depending on what's there, they might trade back because we got a first round pick, then we got the 55th pick, which is in round 2, and then we don't got nothing till the 5th round. So they may want.
I was surprised the Bears didn't 9th pick because they only got like 5 picks in this whole entire draft.
Yeah, but what they did in free agency, and now they just got their quarterback and a stud wide receiver. Like they could always trade their 2nd round pick and move back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? They could always do that later. They locked up a quarterback and a stud wide receiver right off, you know what I'm saying, in the top 10 picks. They pulled the Houston, bro. You know what I'm saying? They got their quarterback and they got another key player.
And Keenan Allen's only under contract, I think, this year. So it's not like he's locked in
3 years.
He's got 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he may not have guaranteed money for 3 years.
No, I think this year is guaranteed. I want to say next year is not guaranteed, or it's just last year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like after this year, they could cut ties with him if he's not,
Scott say, welcome to the Gardner Minshew era in Vegas. At least for one season. I think they're fine with that.
Unless they trade unless they go in the 2nd with a guy like Spencer Rattler or Pratt. Yeah.
Bro, this is who I'm hoping falls to Miami, but I don't think he's gonna make it there. I don't think he's gonna make it in the teens. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it there, man. Like he'd be the perfect fit for Miami, but I'll be good with, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I want a big ugly. I want a defensive lineman, whether it's tackle or an edge, or I need an offensive lineman. We gotta protect Tua, man. As long as it's, bro, I'm telling you, if Worthy gets picked at 21, especially with all this talent now that's available, I'm leaving the show. I'm leaving the show. I'm gonna leave the camera running. I'm just taking the headphones off and I'm walking away, bro, for real.
No, I was telling people that Adonai Mitchell and Worthy, they're gonna get drafted higher than they should just because they're from Texas.
Right. Yeah. And
Worthy, I think that's what Alabama guys do the same thing. They go higher because it's Alabama. You know what I mean?
The Worthy kid, I can see Kansas City doing some shit like that with the very last pick of the 1st round. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a luxury pick for them. You know what I'm saying?
Not only they need a receiver now too, because Rashid Rice is about to head to prison for a few years, maybe.
Right. Miami better be drafting a linebacker or defensive back. What are you tripping? Nah, bro. We don't need a linebacker or a defensive back. Can we use one in the 2nd or 3rd round? Sure, but not at 21, bro. Nah, we got our linebackers set up. You know what I'm saying? We just signed Kendall Fuller to go with Jalen Ramsey. We straight with our corners. We need some big uglies. Or if they're gonna take a wide receiver, take, you know what I'm saying? Take the Thomas kid from LSU, or take, you know what I'm saying? Do not take the tiny kid, you know what I'm saying, with the drops, man.
Yeah, Scott's probably right here. They'll need New England could trade back in the 1st round to get a wide receiver too. They need a wide out.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Kale. They do need depth, but you don't take depth at 21. At 21, you take an impact player. Right. Yeah. At 21, you take a player that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna make plays right now. You know what I'm saying? He needs to contribute big time. And again, with all these quarterbacks going early, like there's gonna be a good player at 21, man. So I'm not reaching for a linebacker, and I'm not taking a corner. Those corners are about to fly off anyway. Jacksonville, I think, is gonna take one. Indy's probably gonna take one.
Yeah, if I'm the Raiders right now, and you don't trust Gardner Minshew, or you just want to bring in some, I'm picking up the phone and calling Washington for Sam Howell.
Yeah.
Nah, Washington already traded him.
No, he didn't. Did he?
Yeah.
To who?
They traded him
to where?
I want to. Oh my God.
Now I gotta look it up.
Yeah. They did trade him, bro. They got like a 6th round pick. I forgot who they traded him to. I want to say Seattle, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right.
Every once in a while.
Yeah, you're right. He went to Seattle. Seahawks.
Seattle, yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a
I
6th-round pick.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that. Good for Seattle. Good
Yeah,
for Seattle.
that's why I wasn't expecting Seattle. See, they all got it here, everybody. That's why I wasn't expecting Seattle to take a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I think they
We'll go ahead and we'll bring it real quick. We'll bring in our next guest of the evening. The amazing, my co-host of Head Kicks and Haymakers, my guy, Whit. What's up, baby?
First of all, I ain't never seen this many quarterbacks who could be second rounders. Also possible fry cooks. There's some fry cooks in there. But they're all gone. Shout out to the checks, baby. Shout out to the checks. Once again, big shouts out to Jay from Rec Room Sports. You got your man, Jaden Daniels. The Commanders made a great. You see, I got my. This is my pick my pick hat right here. I'm old school. I'm thinking old school. I'm putting shout out to my uncle Scott Cole. Say he got 250. Uncle Scott put a lot of money down this weekend. We playing backgammon after it's all said and done. Shout out to Uncle Scott.
Kale said 2
Waffle
starters
House.
and three future Waffle House employees. That's
Yeah,
Hey, you know how to fight, so there you go. Perfect spot for him.
And when Sean Payton walked into his quarterback room, that's exactly what he's going to have. 3
Right.
Waffle House employees. You know what I mean?
Listen, in all honesty, though, I think this is one of the more interesting drafts in the past few years. When you really put up the numbers, the stats for some of these players, the idea that the portal, the transfer portal, has helped immensely for some of these guys. Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix, what's my guy?
Daniels.
You know what I'm saying?
Daniels and Nix have been in college for a long time.
Yes, and I was just about to get to that. Bo Nix is going to get in there into the locker room. He's going to have so much in common with the veteran players. They're going to be able to talk about kids and like child support payments. And Bo Nix is going to be right. Like I honestly feel like Bo Nix is going to be like you could have drafted anybody else. They will not have, your left tackle, your center, your guard, your second string DB. The DB, all the DBs got kids. You know what I'm saying? All the DBs got like several kids.
More than one.
Bo Nix is going to come in and be able to identify with them and be one with the team and go, look, man, I'm tired of my kids too. I can't wait to go to practice. So I'm excited, man. I'm really excited about Bo Nix. Everybody knows me over the college football season last season. I was really high on Bo Nix. I think that maturity is really honestly going to play into how he transfers in. They just said it, I just was reading it. They just said it on TV about how he got that Denver playbook and is regurgitating it overnight. I mean, the boy's been in school for more years than I've been on this earth, apparently. So he can obviously regurgitate.
He was Cam Newton's backup at Auburn.
Yeah. Little did we know he was in the Piggly Wiggly that Jameis Winston stole the crab legs from.
Oh,
damn.
He was there. Okay. But I am excited to see what Bo Nix will do, because right now, of course, there's some turmoil in the QB room in Denver. Of course, they got somebody's mother's boyfriend that who would possibly start, and then they got Uncle Bo. Shout out to Football Talk with Bo, but they got Uncle Bo there. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen in Denver. And then also my guy Jay, he's in the comment section. The renewal of what's going on in the Commanders with the Commanders is going to be a big deal. Jaden Daniels, it looks like that was who they was going to go the first time. And then of course these other two or three quarterbacks. What were we thinking? Atlanta, Penix Jr. Why?
I kind of like it. The more I think about it, the more I like it for Atlanta. I really do, and I like it for Penix.
It gives them an opportunity to watch.
Exactly. You watch and develop. There's no pressure. There's no pressure.
Right.
Fuaga at 14.
That one hurt my soul right there. That's why I reacted like that. I was hoping he'd slip a little bit more, but that's a good player. That's a good player for you.
15. No defensive players yet.
No defensive players yet. There's still a few offensive linemen left. There's going to be some good players in the 20s, bro.
Yeah, that 25, that 25, the second round, we're going to see the defensive players start flying off the board, man. In my opinion.
Yeah.
And yes, shout out to Jay. Help saves cash.
Help save cash. I like the Penix. You sit him for a year or two, and then he still has weapons. You're talking Pitts, London, Bijan, Robinson. Like that team will be loaded, and they're all rookie contracts. Who knows what Kirk Cousins coming off an Achilles tear is, and we all know it's not like Kirk Cousins is like a Hall of Famer. So like the man, and he can play for 1 year. You let Penix sit, and then maybe after, you know what I mean? Like that's the old school style of, hey, we're going to sit this youngster where he's going to learn and develop, right. Instead of just like, hey, throw him to the wolves. Sometimes that works, sometimes it don't. And some, you know what I mean? And then you're picking a quarterback later down the road.
Right.
It really is. I don't know who's in the draft class next year for quarterbacks, but is Michael Penix better than everybody else? You know what I mean? Is he better than what you could get next year?
I like his pedigree though. Don't get me wrong. I think it's something to say when these young quarterbacks deal with a lot of adversity. Michael Penix pretty much, is the $1 million man because he broke his clavicle. He I think he tore his ACL, PCL, something like that.
He's had some injuries. That's the thing that's scary about him is he's had some injuries. And he's a little on the older side too. I want to say he's 24, 25 already. Right. So I mean, they ain't gonna want to sit him too long. But Scott mentioned in the comments that I guess Kirk Cousins has an out after the second year, so maybe it's to let him develop for a year or so. Maybe he beats out Kirk after the first season if he's really all that. It was just a little surprising at 6. Or at 8, whatever it was, like that was wild. But like I said, there's gonna be some good players. I think really the first defensive player comes down. I like the Colts. I like it. I think I don't really like what the Raiders.
Oh, go ahead, Johnny.
No, I was just gonna say I think our first defensive player is gonna go to the Colts. I think it's gonna be a corner. I think they're gonna take a corner. But you don't like Bowers. You don't like Bowers to the Raiders.
I just don't like the Bowers to the Raiders because they drafted Mike Myers last year. Like, I guess maybe they're just gonna fucking pile in.
Don't they got New England ties in the front office? Former New England people in the front office. I don't remember who's in the front office.
They fired everybody. Remember they fired.
Oh, they fired. Yeah, they got rid of everybody from New England.
They gone.
I was gonna say maybe they were thinking a whole, Gronk, Hernandez type thing or whatever, but. I mean, a lot of teams have 2 tight. Your team drafted 2 tight ends last year, didn't they? You know what I'm saying? So you
but not in the first 2 first round picks.
No, I feel you, but I mean, if he's the best player on their board,
in the middle round, but 2 first round, you wasted your first 2 tight end picks.
I feel you.
Yeah, I think that's to me was a pain.
Yeah, he had to have been the highest rated guy on their board left for them to take him then.
I can agree with you on that one. I mean, I think for what it's worth, right now, like soon as those 6 pretty much quarterbacks fall off the board, everybody was like, all right, look, we're going for what we know. And this first round, I think is about to turn into the best available fit for what we need. And it really isn't going to matter almost because in everybody else's mind, at 3 out of the 6, maybe 2 out of the 6 for sure, those quarterbacks were going to be somewhere closer to the top of the second round. And I think this quick scramble messed up a lot of draft boards, war rooms, and they was like, oh, screw it, throw it all away.
I'm telling you, either that or there's you already got it.
Yeah, Colts are taking the first defensive player off the board, and it's defensive end Lateo.
Latu. Okay, so they took Latu.
Latu, yeah.
Okay, they took the defense
out of UCLA.
Hey,
okay.
These corners are dropping. I'm telling you, Houston's gonna trade back into the 20s. I feel it.
Yeah, man, it's looking good. Like I said, I'm pretty sure right here from 16 to 21, 22, they're probably all either ecstatic because there's guys there that they didn't think would be there, or some of them maybe be thinking, yo, I could trade back a few spots and still get a top dude. You know what I'm saying? And get some more picks and stuff. Alan, my man, Alan, I appreciate you big time. He's already got the top 5 quarterback. I was going to mention Cam Ward from the U, but he's got Graham from Florida, Jalen Milroe from Alabama, Sanders, Deion's kid, Carson Beck. So we'll see what happens.
You might as well put Shador up there.
Kid from Texas.
Bro, Scott, why are you putting that into the universe, bro?
Let me see that, man. You might as well just toss that, bud. Oh man, you don't.
Nah, I don't think they'll have to trade up for him, Scott. I think he might actually be there, bro. One of the 2 defensive tackles might be there, bro.
The way it's looking, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they may not have.
Kale says, "What the hell the Colts do? And they need a tackle like he needs Jenny Craig."
Right.
I mean, they need a little bit of everything. They need some defense. I don't mind it. At this point in time.
I mean, I think they still got pretty good draft capital, so they can grab an offensive lineman later. I'm pretty sure they weren't expecting this kid to be there, possibly. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of hype for this Latu kid.
Latu.
I was gonna say
the defensive end. He's one of the best. He was one of the best ones. I figured.
He was right there. 2023 Ted Hendricks Award winner, nation's top defensive end. I mean, his pass rushing is pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he needs to get a little stronger to set the edge, against the run and stuff like that. But he's got all kinds of pass rushing moves and stuff like that. Like I said, the only thing that scared me was the whole neck thing. You know what I'm saying? But if he passed all the physicals, you know what I'm saying? But see, like somebody like Jared Verse now is falling. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that kid out of FSU to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, there's so many good players left on the board. This is wonderful right now for me, bro.
It was for all those quarterbacks. This kid's a top 10 pick easily. It wasn't all those quarterbacks going early.
Right.
If this wasn't a quarterback hungry, we need to get our guy out of draft. Then
that was
still
like
the Raiders.
That was starving, bro. That wasn't even hungry. That was starving.
Yeah. The Raiders needed a quarterback and they didn't even get one. Yeah.
And the funny thing is, as I sit here and I click on things, the next best guy, shout out to Carolina, is Spencer Rattler, apparently. Then Keaton.
That's a big drop.
Keaton Slovis and BYU. Like there is so many quarterbacks farther down that, of course,
the kid out of Louisiana, Texas.
Second, third day guys are going to be quarterback.
Right. Yeah. Maybe a 3rd round pick or something. You know what I'm saying? But that's it for the quarterbacks. Like all 6 of the main ones that they were talking about are all gone in the first. Like, that's still crazy to me, dude. Alan put it up here. That's the most. That's the most in the first round since the
I was just getting ready to say that, Johnny. Yeah, this is record set with the first 14 picks, all offensive players. The previous mark of most offensive players to open a draft was 7. That was back in 2021. So, Diana Rossini's reporting Kurt Atlanta pick. Kurt wasn't the only fucking one, Rios. I think we were all stunned by it.
Yeah.
Kirk was probably like, yo, you couldn't get me a lineman to help protect my Achilles. You know what I'm saying? So my Achilles don't rupture again.
He's like, man, the ink is barely dry in this contract.
Yeah. Wife's ironing out your Kmart shirt. I'm going to sit at home. I'll watch the draft. Maybe, Kurt's playing with the kid, putting the kids to bed, doing all what American, white or whatever. And, because he's white, not my white, but he's white, super white. It's like
he's Sam level white.
Raisin potato salad white.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's that's what he was getting a raisin. He was getting ready to sit down, eat some potato salad with some raisins in it. It's on the ticker, the ESPN, and he's like, "This has been a hard day at work. Rehabbing my Achilles, and oh my goodness, honey, they drafted my Penix.
Gosh darn
And
it.
he's shot. Gosh darn
Josh
it.
said, Nick, your guy's still on the board. Cooper, dude, he's a good player, man.
Cooper DeJean.
And I think he'll be there, bro. With all the other corners that haven't been taken yet, he'll definitely be there, bro.
He can play corner and safety and special
And
teams.
safety.
So that's the guy. And he's a hot guy. So that's right up my alley. Oh, wait, you're a Steelers fan. Who do you want the Steelers to take?
To be honest with you, right now, as I look on the board, because we are so far down, this will be an ideal time to do something random and take one of these wide receivers off the board that I think are going to be like pretty good first round, second round. Because for me, in my opinion, with our quarterback room having been pretty much completely revamped, we want Russ to cook, but not cook too much, So we want to get somebody further down, maybe Xavier Worthy. I like Adonai Mitchell because he was playing for Georgia. He got 2 of the Georgia rings, but he's in Texas now. A little further down, you got a guy like Jalen Polk, who was at Washington. Jalen Polk was really good out there in the streets. But if not, I'm thinking most definitely, like, just because we want our quarterbacks to be fully healthy or as healthy as possible, we're thinking offensive line. And then, of course, that's like second, third round offensive line. Somebody like Dominic Puny from Kansas, Javon Foster from Missouri. I got a chance to look at some of that stuff. And Kingsley Samatua, those BYU offensive tackles have a lot of pent-up aggression because they're saved. They've been saving themselves from matrimony.
So they're doing a lot of soaking. They're doing a lot of soaking with.
Yeah,
they're doing a lot of soaking.
They're ready to go put another guy in the dirt because they haven't sold their oats yet. So shout out to all the BYU.
Yeah, well, they're just sitting. They're just sitting in there. They ain't been able to really unleash the animal.
No, not like Zach.
I was about to say. So was that Zach's problem? Yes. Zach couldn't do nothing until he got out of college, and then he just went buck, just hitting all his boys' moms and everything.
Got to New York and saw the first time, and he didn't care. She said, "Baby, I'm 68." He said, "I don't care, girl. I ain't had 6 and 5."
Yeah, but it was real easy. She was like, "Look, my tubes
are his grandma, Zach."
Even better.
Yeah, exactly. Is Pittsburgh really the place for pent-up aggression? Probably so, Scott, because we're very angry about our division right now. Everybody seems to be better than us, even the Browns for once. So this is a year in which I definitely would like to see some angry picks. We got to get some road graders. We're gonna have to.
Bro, you guys are gonna get a good offensive lineman where you're at, bro. There's still a couple tackles out there. There's still all the interior guys are still available. There's only been the 3 tackles so far, and there's 5 or 6 good ones. So there's a couple more tackles out there. I'm hoping, you know what I'm saying? Like I think depending on who the next couple picks go, man, like Miami could trade back a couple spots, man, and still pick up a good player, but.
And you guys are definitely in the works for keeping Tua upright. So
right.
I know that's something for you guys.
So I like offensive line, bro. Offensive line.
Right.
I like this pick. Seattle Bo will be happy here. Seahawks are drafting Texas defensive tackle Byron Murphy II.
Ooh, man.
That's a good one.
That's a really good one. Again, that's a Seattle type of pick. That's a Seattle type of pick.
Guy. He should have been a top 10 pick.
He should have been, should have been a top 10 pick, and they got him.
Some people had him going to Atlanta. Some people had him going to Atlanta, being right there.
That's what I'm saying. There's top 10, 15 value down here in the late teens, early 20s, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like these teams are probably licking their chops right now. That's why when Bo said that his Seattle might trade back, I didn't think so, bro. They're gonna take the best player on their board, which is probably, this Murphy kid. That's a great pick.
Yeah, he's 300 pounds and he moves at 4.8 was his
Yeah, man, I know, man.
Ridiculous.
I was hoping that was my one, my favorite interior defensive lineman if he could slip, but now I'm hoping for a big ugly up front in the offensive line or a wide receiver that's not from Texas.
Ask you this
from Texas University. From the University of Texas, or however way they say it, not from the state of Texas.
I have big the podcast though on Sunday. We talked about the Browns in the obviously the on, and there's no. He even admitted, hey, the Texans won this trade, but he even said to me like, if he play great this year. This is his last year in Cleveland.
Has to be.
They're going to figure a way out of that contract that works best for everybody if they have to.
To me, though, like that would be the biggest trade, like bust trade in history almost. What the Texans got and what they turned everything into. Now you got to hit on the picks, which they did, but man, like
thank you,
because they got yeah, that turned the whole franchise around.
Yeah.
It's the idea. It's the idea of hope. Everybody. Oh, I hope he can. Look like he did 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Oh, I hope he keeps his towel on. All kinds of things like that. It's hopes, man. Hopes and dreams.
There's been a trade. The Vikings are making a second trade now. Trade the Jaguars their pick to the Vikings, so the Jaguars are trading back.
Minnesota's either going to take the wide receiver, I think, from LSU, or they're going to take an offensive lineman, bro.
They got to take O-line, right? Wouldn't that be smart?
Yeah.
It would be smart, but I can see them taking Brian Thomas Jr., pairing him with Justin Jefferson.
Man. Yeah. Damn, I wanted that kid out of Texas, that Byron Murphy.
Yeah, Brian Murphy. Yeah,
everybody did.
He's happy about that one.
How do you move that fast at 300 pounds? Jesus.
Right, that's crazy, bro. And his first step, he gives me, I'm saying, he's a little taller, but he gives me like Warren Sapp vibes.
Yeah, definitely.
The athleticism at that size.
That quick first twitch move and stuff.
Yeah, the Vikings have traded up to pick 17 for the 23rd.
Oh my God! How are you climbing up this chair, child?
So yeah, I'm guessing wide receiver, man. Rios is with me. What do you think, Nick? Wait.
The Vikings are.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments.
You got to forget they got Justin Jefferson. They took for last year.
Do they replace Daniel Hunter? And go defense?
True. Yeah. Maybe they jumped up for Verse.
Because we still got my man. What I would think is Dallas Turner?
Oh yeah, Dallas Turner's there. Jared Verse.
They always Vikings always has a defensive back issue. So they got the kid.
Yeah, and the number one defensive corner.
They
still
took
out there, right?
Dallas Turner.
Yeah,
right. They took Dallas Turner edge. Yeah, they got to take.
Good. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Yeah, no. Listen, Daniil Hunter's a big deal to have lost when he was like I think number 1 or 2 in sacks last season. Yeah. Out now he's if I'm not mistaken in Houston and with the Texans. Yeah. So to replace him, I think it was the main idea of moving up. Like, look, we don't want anybody else to get him. We need somebody who's going to be
that's a good pick, man.
Yeah,
that's a good pick with
Dallas Hunter.
Cincinnati. Cincinnati has to take offensive line. No.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to protect this kid, bro, or is he going to wind up being like Andrew Luck?
They tried though. They went out and everybody. They went out
and spent money. They didn't want to waste draft picks except for the one Williams kid that they got that actually is playing okay. But
oh yeah.
my child with this crawling across my body. I don't know what's going on. Future WNBA player here.
Bro, if the Bengals take Murphy Jr. out of LSU, then they really ain't worried about protecting Joe Burrow at all, bro.
If they take Murphy Jr. out of LSU, they are giving someone up, Jamar Chase or
they're giving Higgins up.
No, they're not going to give up Chase. They're not going to give up Chase. T. Higgins wants out. So maybe they're going to trade Higgins. I mean, that makes sense, but damn, dude, like you got to protect this kid, bro. He's missed.
I think they got to go O-line. O-line, they could use defensive tackle. Hendrickson's he's talked about retiring or he's asked out, so they could go.
I think he asked out too.
Yeah, he did because he said he played on a 1-year deal. He doesn't want to play on a 1-year deal, or he's thinking about retiring.
Right.
Who wants to retire? T. Higgins?
Hendrickson out of Cincinnati.
Oh yeah, Hendrickson. Yeah, check this out. Franchise tag, buddy. Take that stamp.
Right, I was about to say, yeah. You ain't walking away from $20 million.
Right, yeah. I probably would trade Higgins for O-line or picks. Yeah, I probably would do that.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that, like, who's going to trade for him? Because then you got to give him the bag right away, too. When there's all these wide receivers available in this draft right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's going to be the same.
There was talk earlier today. Again, it's all smoke, so who knows? But that the 49ers were taking phone calls on Brandon Ayuk and Debo. Now, you already got to pay.
There's a lot of receivers here, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, Debo's already got the bag, but you got to pay Ayuk, so it would be interesting,
And you got to pay him. You got to pay him more than Debo.
That's where the cookie would crumble because
you think you got to pay him more than Debo, Rios?
He's the better receiver. He's the better receiver.
He's the better receiver, but not the better weapon. Not the better offensive weapon.
I kind of agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, but at the same time, he's looking at all these wide receivers getting paid, and he's like, "Bro, I need to get mine too."
Look at AJ Brown and Amon-Ra. What they got?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Ayuk's age, just look at that. Like that's the starting point now.
Right.
Yeah.
He's also a wide receiver one, just like those guys.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Because definitely Amon-Ra said Brown deserved the bag. Oh.
I don't think it doesn't seem like Arthur Smith was happy about the pick for Michael Penix. Like the owner didn't know he always about to take quarterback. No,
damn.
Nope, nobody.
You would think you would.
Hell no. Nah, bro. Nah.
You know how you know how you hit send and you want to like pick it back.
Hit undo, man. Because no.
Nah.
Right there, man. Nice.
No Ayuk. You said I actually wanted them to draft Ayuk, and San Francisco jumped us and took him. But I'm not. Nah, they're gonna if they don't take somebody here at 21, which I hope they don't. But if they don't take somebody in the second round or something, I mean, I think they are going to sign Odell. They're just waiting until after June 1st when that Xavier Howard money comes off the books. So I think they're going to sign Odell Beckham, but I wouldn't mind them grabbing a receiver with that second pick, but they're not going to trade for a wide receiver, bro. They're already paying one guy $30 million. They're going to have to pay Waddle next season. So yeah, no Brandon Ayuk to Miami though.
Georgia offensive tackle taken to Cincinnati.
All love, Kale. All love, bro. I'm just excited, bro. I'm a draft geek, bro. I love the draft, bro. Been watching this since I was a little kid, and all 7 rounds was on Saturday and Sunday at like noon. It started at noon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I used to take off when I got a little older and stuff, and I started working, bro. I used to take my vacation around watching the freaking draft. So that's how, you know what I'm saying? That's how giddy I get for the draft.
Hey, did you hear me? Offensive tackle out of Alabama to the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right.
Finally. They finally made a smart pick.
Is it the Mims?
Yeah, Marius Mims. Yeah,
that's good. I'm not a big fan of his, so good. Let him go to Cincinnati.
Hey,
number 8
corners keep dropping. I'm telling you,
bro.
Like, the clock.
There's some good corners there, bro. Yo, wait, you don't think your Steelers could take a corner? I know they took Porter Jr. last year, but I'm just saying, dude. Like the top 3 corners are all sitting there.
They're sitting there, and this is where I think once again, with Coach Tomlin, the best player is going to be who they'll probably get, the best one. And if it happens to be one of those wide receivers I named, I think they'll go for it. If
you think they'll take a wide receiver regardless with all these other? There's a lot of good players out there that you're going to reach for a wide receiver.
There's a lot of good defensive players, and you're right. So in my mind, I'm feeling like if we really skip over the offensive tackle, offensive line, center position, we might as well grab one of these 3 corners that's still just kicking it.
Right. Yeah, I think you guys go interior offensive line, bro. You might take that Powers Johnson kid out of Oregon.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm about to look at
because there's and you guys have a history of like hitting on your 2nd and 3rd round picks at wide receiver.
That's what I mean. If I'm,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm probably
like,
not looking at
it, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you got a point. You got a great point right there, because of course it does happen to be one of those things that the Steelers do well is to draft 2nd, 3rd, 4th round wide receivers that are actually good in our system. Speedy guys that can cut and get downfield and break cover 2 coverage really well. So I'm excited to see where it goes. But like I said, with the way that that top 12 went, I think right now it's just who's going to be available by the time we get there. Who? Yeah. And then bam, let's just.
Yeah. I mean, you're only 2 away, bro. I mean, we already know who Cincinnati got, so we got the Rams coming up, and then you go, and then I go.
All right, let's
because you got all the corners. You still got Chop Robinson still available.
I'm about to say you got all the corners. You still got all the interior offensive linemen. You still got a few edge rushers.
All the cool names, all the kids with cool names.
I wouldn't be surprised if you guys take the verse kid out of FSU, bro.
Or listen, I think Chop is a good opposite to JJ Watt. So
yeah, that's not bad. That's actually not a bad pick.
I could see Chop in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was looking at what's like best overall still available. Quentin Mitchell's out there still. So we got Terrion Arnold, Troy out of corner. He'd be the corner. Troy Fatunu,
Washington,
Jared
right?
Verse. Yeah. Offensive guard, Jared Verse, Graham Barton, Cooper DeJean still out there, obviously. Chop Robinson, here's a Newton.
Darius Gardner should be still available.
Terrion Arnold, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Ryan Thomas Jr., Nate Wiggins, Kool-Aid still out there. Yeah,
Kool-Aid.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Yo, Miami might have an opportunity to trade back, bro. And still get a top player, bro. Huh?
I said trade back and still get some good guys.
That's what I'm saying. They can trade back a few spots and still grab one of these good players here. Like I said, we don't have a 3rd or 4th round pick. So after tomorrow's pick 55, we don't pick until 158. So we need to fill that gap a little bit there with the lack of picks, man.
I can see a lot of trades in the 20s. I see a lot of teams probably trading down just because it's a pretty heavy draft as far as the skill positions.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe all these corners are still there.
So many corners.
I can't. A lot of mocks did not have them.
I get it, but I thought there would have been a little bit of a run. At least the top 2 would have been gone already.
Yeah. So the Rams are on the clock. We haven't seen the Rams pick in like 20 years. So this will be interesting.
They can go in a number of directions.
Kels asked who's the first running back. I think the kid from Michigan. Watch out, Chargers next round in round 2.
Nate Wiggins
from Michigan. I think.
Kels saying
we'll go ahead
Texas White out on the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Let's go ahead. We'll bring in, speaking of mock draft, we'll see how this guy put out a mock draft, his own mock draft. We'll see how it's hitting so far. Give it up. I believe it's making his first appearance on the LTS show. I don't really know. Mr. Alan Perales, maybe.
What's going on, Alan?
How we doing? How we doing?
Uh-oh. He's
Alan, what's good? Alan, you put out your shitty ass mock draft. How so far? I've seen a lot of haters hating on it.
Yeah,
and you didn't have Cooper DeJean going to the Packers, so I automatically.
I get it.
I already don't like this.
Well,
thing,
here's the thing with the way the draft's going, Nick. You're probably going to get him anyway because nobody. I didn't expect the defensive guys not to go until pick 15 was the first one that was taken.
Yeah, 15 or 16.
So you'll probably end up with them. I figured at least 5 defensive guys.
Yeah, but at this point, there's better corners that are going to be available.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know
Cooper.
I know he could play safety and stuff like that too. But dude, you got top-notch corners that are available ahead of him, bro. In my opinion,
he's the number 2 or 3 range.
Same here.
And he's a white.
So I would have.
And he's a white.
That's why you want
top corners.
That's why you want him so he can represent. So he can represent for you.
Get that Iowa representation. Yeah.
I need
top corner.
A couple reasons. A, he's really good at football. 2, he's from Iowa. 3, he's a white. And when was the last time you seen a white line up the corner? You know what I mean?
Well, we got one on our team, Ethan Bonner, but I feel you though. The last one, it was the kid from the Giants. What was his name?
Jason Seymour. That was 20 years, right. That was 20 years ago.
Back in 2000.
20 years ago.
Back in 2000.
And Seymour was a dog. Okay.
Yeah.
Alan, we'll get into obligatory.
You get some hate up here, man. I apologize for that, but the Hall of Famers.
We got to get into our obligatory cowboy talk. We'll get into our obligatory cowboy talk real quick. Alan, your team needs a running back. It seems like this is Dak Prescott's last year. Maybe it is Spencer Rattler, like Kale mentioned. What would you like to see Dallas do as time is ticking towards here at the end?
Besides pay people.
Besides pay people, give me some more offensive line help because we lost Tyron to the Jets. We lost Biotis to the Commanders. We need offensive line help desperately. I hope that's what they do at 24. Hopefully Steven can talk Jerry off a ledge if Jerry's going crazy tonight. I swear to God, if they take running back at 24, I'm going to lose it. I'll just say that right now. I don't think you need to take running back right now because you're going to get some good ones in round 2. So,
it looks like Zeke Elliott's on his way back to Dallas.
Did you say that the Fontenot kid from Washington is still available?
Yeah.
Please, come on, Pittsburgh. Do not take him. do not take him, Pittsburgh. But he is such a Pittsburgh player, bro. That's a big, angry kid, bro. He loves to hit people from the offensive line, bro.
Yeah, big.
If there's one position I'll be okay with if we don't go offensive line, it'll be wide receiver because we need depth at wide receiver too.
I mean, and
CD's probably leaving. They don't get him paid.
Yeah. I mean, and you
Alan,
Thomas might still be there.
What's your
we got no money?
Alan?
We got no money. We got no money to pay because Dak's contract is so expensive. That's why because they couldn't extend Dak Prescott.
Well, you decided to give a guard with $20 million.
We're going to be in cap hell next year. I'm calling it now. We're going to be in cap hell next year.
They need to get in a room. Everybody needs to get in a room and say, "Look, I'm going to take a pay cut. If you take a pay cut,
and they already gave Micah his 5th-year option, so they've already told you who they'd rather keep."
I hope so, Kale. I hope the Rams take him. I want that Fontenot kid out of Washington, bro. But I think
Pittsburgh. They just took the Rams just took Florida State edge Jared Verse.
Yes.
Rams too.
Please, Pittsburgh, don't take him.
There's your Aaron Donald replacement.
Basically, right? Yeah, there you go.
Nobody's replacing Aaron Donald.
No one's gonna replace Aaron
Donald. No, he's an edge rusher, but he's nice though, dude. He's nice. His verse.
Aaron Donald is one of the top 10 greatest football players I think of all time.
One of the top 10 defensive. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
That's what I like. That dude was just insane.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal football player. They're not just gonna replace him, but I like this kid, man. Y'all just need to relocate to NFL Europe.
Yeah.
All right, so we got outs on the clock.
I'm all for it.
All right, Steelers on the clock. Take a corner, bro. You got Chop. You got a bunch of edges. You got the what's that other defensive tackle? You got all the corners. You got defensive tackle, and you got your pick of the litter as far as interior offensive linemen, bro.
And this is what I'm thinking.
And see what makes me upset too is that everybody in our division has had good drafts so far. Washington got their quarterback. Giants actually got a number 1 wide receiver. You know, if the Eagles are smart, they go secondary because their secondary is like Swiss cheese right now.
Yeah, they're already loaded too. But look at
they're loaded on
corners. Like Philly not like one of the luckiest good teams? Like good players just always happen to fall them. Like Jalen Carter, but last year, whatever, just fell down to them, and now they're sitting at pick 22, and they're probably gonna have their pick of the litter as far as corners.
I will say there is one name
wild,
that they could take.
Philly. The Eagles, the Eagles, bro. The Eagles at 22.
There is one
all
name
the corners are still there.
There's one name I heard in Philly that could
the Florida State quarterback that got hurt, isn't he? He's in the draft, right?
Jordan Travis.
Yeah,
Jordan Travis.
Yeah, Jordan Travis.
He'll be like
Travis is projected day 3. Yeah, he's projected to be a fifth round.
Like 4th round, probably 4th round, 5th round.
Yeah,
something like that.
Also,
keep an eye offensive lineman for Philly too, because I keep hearing that
they want to take.
Well, I mean,
they really like Tyler Guyton.
They drafted their replacement center last year, so I wouldn't be surprised if they get another. Bro,
Lane Johnson's getting up there in age, though.
I was gonna say Lane Johnson.
Kale, I hope so, Kale. Please,
Kale, no.
Please, Kale.
No.
Bro, he could play all 3 interior positions for y'all, bro.
He could, but I would rather have one of the best ever graded with Troy. I'll take that.
Don't forget.
I can't think of another guy.
Arthur Smith likes running the football, so they might go offensive line.
That's what I'm saying. I just hope they go interior offensive line. Please go interior offensive line.
One of the guards of the center, like Graham. I'll take Graham Barton. Though.
Yeah, Graham Barton, the Jackson Powers, Johnson. I mean, any of those guys are going to go into Pittsburgh and plug and play.
That's the one I want is Jackson Powers Johnson.
They're going to plug and play. He's probably going to be there, bro. Unless Philly takes him.
The one I want.
He's probably going to be there.
Oh, my God. If Philadelphia takes him, I'm going to hate that team forever.
This was the Rams' first-round pick since 2016. They ain't had a first-round pick since 2016.
And that was Jared Goff.
They got that chip, bro.
That was Jared Goff.
They got that chip, though.
No, it wasn't.
2016.
Yeah, it was.
Jared Goff.
It was Jared Goff.
Really?
Yeah.
Number 1.
Hey, we ain't.
Holy cow. How it comes first full circle.
Yeah, you know Pittsburgh is just taking all kinds of phone calls right now.
Yeah,
they know Miami wants an offensive lineman. They know Miami wants an offensive lineman. So
throw me 2 picks, baby.
If somebody is telling Pittsburgh, yo, let us get up there and grab that tackle.
Show me some love.
I was going to say, Rios, you got connection with the front office in Houston. Are they on the phone right now?
Nah, the pick is in. The pick is in for Pittsburgh.
Who we got?
I can see them trading with Philly.
The pick is in for Pittsburgh. I think they got to take Troy, bro. They got to take Troy Fontaine, bro.
Who we got?
That tackle is nasty, bro. He's nice, bro. And he's a big boy. He can play both tackles. He can play inside.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited too.
Like for Houston, if like Chop falls below 22, or like one of the top corners from Alabama fall down, I could see them getting back into the first round.
Yeah, and there'll be teams that'll be ready to trade out. You know what I'm saying?
There will be, and this will be a trade-heavy second and third round, in my opinion. I can see it happening.
Eagles are taking Kingsley. I mean, it's kind of early for that, but hey, whatever, Philly, take them. I've seen this reporting Kyle trading back into the second round. I think he's just messing with you there.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. We need draft.
Nah, man. I mean, I wouldn't mind trading back a few picks, but nah, if Fontane's there, they have to take it.
We need draft capital, so I will take that because I don't think we have.
Hey, real quick, I know we've been talking about NFL, but I just want to update on the NBA real quick. Magic beat the shit out of the Cavs tonight, 121-83.
Sorry, Bobby.
Get to 2-1.
Magic. Orlando Magic.
76ers beat the Knicks to get to 2-1 in that series as well.
What was the score in that game?
114.
125, 114.
Lakers Nuggets.
Oh.
Yeah. Lakers Nuggets just kicked off at.
Come on,
the Knicks should have lost the game too, Johnny. They should have.
Monday night, should have, could have, would have, but they won it. And you know what I'm saying?
Hey!
All Philly can do is cry about it. I expected Philly to win this game here, their first game at home, but you know what I'm saying? I like this New York team, bro. They battle, to the end, bro. They're a fun team to watch.
They do.
Oh,
that was going. It's going. I'm tripping here over the damn Pittsburgh Steelers.
Hey, the Steelers pick is in, and guess who they just took?
They took Troy Fontenot from
Guess
Washington.
who they took, Johnny?
Troy Fontenot from Washington.
Number 20.
Yeah. That's a Pittsburgh player right there.
If I'm Miami, I'm trying to trade back, bro. I'm trying to trade back.
They got Hayward out here helping make the pick, too.
He's such a good player, bro.
I
can't believe he fell to 20. Like Pittsburgh is, they had to have been ecstatic, bro, that he was there, bro.
Yeah. Do we want some more? We want everybody to stand up this season.
How you feel about it?
To be real with you, I mean, we were talking about the needs and the best players. The only other way I would have been like satisfied would have been if we would have took Graham Barton out of Duke, but I'm completely satisfied with this one, man. Straight up.
I would be too.
Yeah, I'm completely satisfied. And then later on down the line, let's get those corners off the board.
Bro, I'm about to say, why if Miami doesn't trade back, watch me be wrong and watch them take a freaking corner, bro.
Immediately. First thing you do.
I mean, Chris Greer is a best player available type of guy. You know what I'm saying? He's always best player available. So if the best player on his board is a freaking corner, because the best tackle that was
you got to replace X, right? You got to replace X.
we signed Kendall Fuller in the offseason. So we got him and Ramsey.
Brought in what's his name?
Poyer. We got Poyer at safety.
Poyer at safety.
Yeah. We got Poyer at safety. We got Cam Smith that we drafted in the second round last year. Like, we're good at corner. I mean, you can never have too many corners. You can never have too many corners, especially when you're going up against Buffalo and Kansas City and shit like that. But like, we need some big uglies, bro.
Yeah, I mean, definitely Kansas City.
Damn, I can't believe I got.
Kansas City will show you never have too many corners. Okay.
All right, watch Miami go receiver. They get Brian Thomas.
Whoa.
I mean, I won't be mad at that. I made that pick. Shout out to Wildcard Mar. You know what I'm saying? I made that pick on his show when I was on his show about a month or so ago. And I said I wouldn't be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he is, unfortunately, he has a little bit of a case of the dropsies too. But he's big, he's fast, he's, you know what I'm saying, he's a stronger wide receiver. And like I said, I would not be surprised if this is the last year for Tyreek in a Dolphin uniform, bro.
Hey, well, I mean, his coach asked him, why are we paying you all this fucking money if you're gonna suck?
Right.
Question of the year, baby.
Hey, I wouldn't be mad at it, Kale. He can play all five positions. You know what I'm saying? He's probably going to be playing guard. I wouldn't be mad at it, but at this point, like, trade back. You know what I'm saying? Trade back and get something, because there's a few good players out there still. But I wouldn't be mad at that.
Rob, what do you think of the Bengals? Rob Thomas in the comments there. What do you think of the Bengals? I know you're a Bengals guy. What do you think of their pick taking an offensive tackle?
Yeah, Bengals. Shout out to Rob. Rob, one of our avid followers on H&H Wednesdays.
I mean, they need to protect Joe Burrow, right? They need to protect Joe Burrow.
I might just jump back in.
You know what? You ain't lying about that, KO. I completely forgot about him because I was so focused on the offensive line. But I would take, I wouldn't mind Mitchell for that defensive line.
Yeah.
Damn,
the Steelers made tackles.
I ain't gonna front, and I ain't trying to sound racist, but I wanted one of these Samoans on my offensive line. You know what I'm saying?
You need a big.
Yes, you need one of them big.
You need a big moose.
One of them strong, mean motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They just want to hurt somebody.
Johnny. I know you're not that guy, but you need.
Yes. Hey, I'm close enough. I'm close enough.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I'm from an island.
You gotta acknowledge your tribal.
I wanted
Which
Penei
one?
Sewell when they drafted Waddle. I wanted Penei Sewell with the 3rd pick. You know what I'm saying? But they went wide receiver, which I mean I ain't mad at it now, but I would have loved Penei Sewell protected to his blind side, but I think Miami's trying to trade him. You might be right. You might be right about Mitchell, bro. I think they might take Mitchell, bro. Out of Illinois. He's actually a good pass rushing defensive tackle, which is what we haven't had. And I know Christian Wilkins had 9 this year, but he had 9 on his pay year. You know what I'm saying? He never had more than 4 in his career. And then when he was going to get paid, right? He got 9. But yeah, this Mitchell kid is a pass rushing defensive tackle. We haven't had that in a minute. So if that's the pick, I'll be happy. I'll be more than happy with that.
Wait, you said acknowledge. You said acknowledge the tribal chief. Which one? There's like 3 of them now.
All right, so let's give our boy Rob some love here. The Bengals need every offensive lineman they can get. That's what I was preaching, Rob. I was saying you guys gotta protect Joe Burrow at all costs, bro. The Bears over. I'm gonna say 9. What? I'm gonna say 9. 9 wins.
9 wins
is the over under.
I'm gonna say 7.5.
I'll take 6.
I'm gonna say 7.5, and I'll take
be a playoff team.
I'll take 8 and 9.
Keenan Allen goes down with that same.
How did you say they're a playoff team?
A lot of people are already saying they're going to be a playoff team. I don't think so. A lot of people are already saying that they're going to be a playoff team.
I see 8 wins.
I see 7. I see 7.
Samoan is mentioned. It goes up. You ain't lying. All right, the Dolphins pick is in. Do not tell me, people. Let me watch it on the TV for myself, please. If you don't mind. If you don't mind. I was about to say I'll just mute and turn off the camera and just take off my headphones. But I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't do that to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I won't spoil it for you.
I think it is the Mitchell though. I think Kale nailed it. The kid from Illinois, bro. He's a good defensive tackle.
Defensive tackle.
If it's that small wide receiver from from Texas, just tell me now so that way I can just leave.
I forgot you got Shaq Barrett too. I forgot you got Shaq Barrett.
That's why I was hoping for Verse. You know what I'm saying? You put him on the opposite end while Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb recover from their injuries, and then you ain't gonna re-sign Shaq Barrett. So then you got Verse to go with Phillips and Chubb next year to rotate. You know what I'm saying? He kind of takes the spot of Andrew Van Ginkel. You know what I'm saying? A good pass rusher, but I mean, I'll be happy with a defensive tackle here, or if they decide to go.
That says on DraftKings the Bears win total is 8.5.
Win and a half.
So I'll go under. I'll go under and take 8. I'll go under and take 8.
I'm gonna go under. Yeah. I think 8's good for where they've been the last couple of years.
And I think Uncle Scott would be fair to say 7 is good.
Yeah, I said 7.5.
I was about to say, ain't nobody say, there was nothing racist about what I said.
No, I say what's racist? Nothing's racist.
They ain't nothing racist about that, man. Facts are facts, bro. They some strong motherfuckers, and they love playing football, and they love hurting people. That's what you want in your line. I want mean offensive
They're either football players or wrestlers. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
what I don't want my offensive lineman. I don't want the offensive lineman to be a bunch of nice guys.
Johnny, Who'd you want?
I'll take the Mitchell kid out of Illinois, or I mean, if they're gonna take a wide receiver, I'd rather it be Byron Murphy, the Murphy kid from
I won't
LSU.
tell you. I won't tell you.
Yeah, don't tell me. If it's an interior offensive lineman, fine.
Nope.
I guess.
Nope.
I was gonna say, what's the number one rule when going against a Samoan? Never headbutt a Samoan.
All right, I'm not gonna keep guessing.
Wrestling or
all right, they're gonna show it to me on the TV. So hold on. So like I said,
Hold on.
I swear to God, if I gotta walk off this motherfucker, I'll be mad, bro. Bro, because then that right there tells me, Chris Greer, you punked out to your coach. You know what I'm saying? You completely punked out to your coach when there's good players on the board, and you did what the coach wanted. If the whole thing about him being in love with this kid is true, but you could have got look at all the best available still. The Arnold kid, Mitchell from Toledo, Brian Thomas Jr., Chop Rock. You know what I'm saying? Barton, the John kid. I like the Newton kid out of Illinois. Oh my God, if he drafted a wide, no, I don't think he drafted that wide receiver because Mike McDaniel don't look happy.
Ooh.
Oh,
I like it. I think you like it, Johnny.
I hope it's like I said. I hope it's an offensive lineman or it's the kid out of Illinois, man. The defensive tackle out of Illinois.
Nope.
Brian Thomas out of LSU. What the Barton kid? Okay,
no.
So I'm gonna stop that there. Let me just see what the fuck they got. Come on, NFL Network.
This is killing him.
I should have.
It's killing him.
I'm about to switch to ESPN. Come on, NFL Network. Just hurry up and let me know.
They ain't announced it on ESPN yet. I don't think
they did for me.
ESPN.
They did for me.
Oh, I'm watching Pat McAfee, really, so I don't.
Yeah.
Suspense is killing Johnny.
This is
killing me.
The pick is in.
Okay, so Johnny doesn't know yet. Does Johnny know?
No, he doesn't know yet.
Man.
Okay,
he doesn't know yet.
Go get your water gun, buddy. It's right there. Put that up too.
Come on, man. Chop Robinson?
Seriously? You said pass rusher.
Yeah, there you go.
There's your pass.
There you go.
I mean,
Shaq is not always healthy. You get Chop.
No, I mean, I get it. I get it. I'm just saying there was so much more value, in my opinion, than him up there. But I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at the pick.
They said he was the best player on the board.
Who said
Ian
that?
Rappaport says they take the top player on the board at a major
on
need.
their board.
That's
they
what
take them
on their board, yeah.
On their board.
Well, look, guys, I gotta go make sure kids are taking baths and stuff. I appreciate being on.
All right, hey, we appreciate you.
Oh yeah, Friday.
Give it up for my guy with everybody.
Friday in the hoop. If y'all got some time, man, check us out. Me, Jay, Alan, Bobby, if we can get them, and whoever else, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to jump on there with y'all one of these Fridays, bro.
Come on, brother. You know, Johnny,
Absolutely.
you got a crazy schedule, man. So whenever you get some time, come and talk some hoops with the guys, man.
I appreciate that, man.
All right, boys, y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm not gonna act like I'm mad about the pick. You know what I'm saying? I like Chop Robinson. He's got a lot of potential. He's a bigger kid. He's more of a defensive end than an outside linebacker, so I'm okay with that. I'm just a little surprised considering all the other talent that was available out there. It's all good, Kale. Like I said, he's more of a defensive end than an outside linebacker. So, like I said, I'm kind of okay with it. I just think there was some good value there, dude. Like that kid out of Illinois at defensive tackle, his first step is just really good, man. I'm surprised a little bit by that pick, but I like Chop Robinson and his potential is upside. And you ain't lying, John. He was a good value at that position, you know what I'm saying, at 21. But like I said, there was so many other good players still available. Like I think they could have traded back. But hey, at least they didn't take Xavier Worthy out of fucking Texas, the wide receiver. So I'm good. I'll take it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the big ugly I wanted. Damn Witt and his.
Yeah, I'm surprised the corners are still there.
That's what I'm saying, dude. All the corners are there. You know
a lot of people said. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Nick, this is the one team I think could take Cooper DeJean in front of you. If they don't get him, I think you got him.
You talking about Philly?
They might take Kool-Aid. They might take Kool-Aid.
Yeah, because
I think Philly's taking O-line, bro.
Corner.
I think
Philly needs
I think
corner.
Philly's taking O-line, bro. Oh, true.
They lost Gardner
Johnson,
corner,
all the corner,
DJ,
all the corners are there, bro. The top two corners are there.
The top 5, really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All of them are still there.
5 of them is.
A lot of people are saying the Steelers got the steal of the draft in that Troy Fanatu kid. Like he was he was top 10,
yes, bro.
For the Steelers to get him
that's why I was hoping and praying that.
That's why, when you already got a franchise quarterback and you just let all these teams make these runs at quarterback, man, this draft is going to
and a good player falling in lap, bro.
See, now I have a feeling we're going to bottom out in Dallas this year because we got to play everybody in the AFC North. We got to play the Texans this year.
Bro, it's
schedule's going to be a lot,
bro. It's only April, bro. Relax.
North might be the best division in football.
He's already jumping off the boat on his team, bro.
I mean, you also got to remember, no team has won the division back-to-back years since 2004. So,
okay, well,
that is true.
Yeah.
You know, it's the first time you're saying it's got to happen eventually.
Yeah,
this
might be the best division in football.
Kale saying that
this is really our last chance, honestly.
Yeah.
This is really our last chance to make some kind of run. If not, then we're probably going into cap hell. So,
no, I agree with Kale. I see them going O-line. They run the ball. They're going O-line.
That's what I'm saying, bro. His team hasn't even picked yet. He's already giving us all the dread about we got to play this team and that team next year. I think you, bro. I mean, I know you like the Cooper DeJean. But there's better corners available.
Eagles are very high on Tyler.
No, it's not, Johnny.
Yes, there is.
It's not.
Yeah,
Cooper.
Actual cover.
It's all Cooper. I'm all in.
Cover corners.
I'm all in on Cooper.
Corners. Hey,
Houston trade at 23 to get him.
He's a really good player. I wouldn't have been mad if Miami got him. We could use a safety, and he can play corner and safety, and he can play inside. He's a good special teams player. He's a good player.
There's a couple guys the Packers have.
I think you take the defensive tackle out of Illinois, bro.
I really wanted Justin Jefferson when he came in. He went and then he was taken 11 or 12. I really TJ Watt when looking at him. I really wanted him.
They're talking about the Brazil game now.
I'm knocking on wood now, but God forgive me and please don't let this happen. But that's what Chop gives me flashbacks of when the Dolphins took Charles Harris and TJ Watt was there. And it was like, are you seriously taking Charles Harris over TJ Watt, bro? I couldn't believe they did that. So that's kind of what I'm feeling now. I think this kid, the corner.
Corner out of Toledo. Cornerback Quinion Mitchell for 22 picks.
Oh, that's top corner in the draft.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's the best corner in the draft, bro. That's why I'm saying, you got a good player available to you right there, Nick. Regardless, even if you do take the DeJean kid, he's a good player. I just think there's better value there. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people fell. A lot of people fell, bro.
Yeah, I think Jacksonville's going to offensive line.
They might take wide receiver.
Yeah, Jacksonville traded back. I forgot.
Yeah, they're probably going O-line.
Yeah,
I hope they do.
All the interior guys are still there. I can't believe.
Hey, Alan, this is your guys. Carson's face when he with the pick when he heard the Eagles pick. I guess he was very high on the Toledo kid, and now he's
everybody.
Who is that?
That was Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
the Eagles picked.
I was gonna say we weren't going corner. We already have a decent secondary. We're not going corner. I'm sorry.
No, he just likes Mitchell and doesn't. He doesn't want the Eagles to get better. You know what I mean?
He doesn't want. Yeah. But then again,
everybody in the
division.
Like I said earlier, everybody in the division did good tonight.
Yeah, Charles Harris
Tilly's
no
playing for
respect
another
me,
team
bro.
in the division.
Now when you got a chance to get TJ Watt, bro. I'll never forget that, bro.
They got to go wide receiver, right? Jacksonville's got to go wide receiver, I would think.
See, this ain't a. This is
I'm not like the
yo,
the
Kelly wrong
Cowboys
right
fan.
here, Nick. I know it ain't a sexy move.
Yeah, I mean Barton's not bad. I said we either got to take offensive tackle or Cooper. I just like Cooper because number one, he's played at my favorite university in Iowa, and he can do a lot of different things. Kurt's dog, he's a white corner.
Dude, like I can't believe that he literally just fell in fucking Philly's lap, bro. Just like Jalen Carter last year, bro.
Yeah,
like one of the best defensive linemen falls to you, and now the number one corner in a lot of people's boards falls to you at 22 or 23 or whatever. That's crazy.
There was a report that Goodell wasn't going to be given hugs. I guess that was false too, huh? He had back surgery, so they're like maybe he shouldn't be giving somebody hugs.
Sam's new offensive tackle just tried to break him in half earlier. So
good.
All right, Kaysen. Yep. Scott. Better take Allen off the screen when Cowboys pick. I don't want to see a grown man cry when the Cowboys go Kool-Aid. Bro, that's not a bad pick because your boy's coming off of a torn ACL, right? Kool-Aid's a good player, bro.
Plus,
Kool-Aid, he has a Jones fracture in his foot, but he still ran the 4.4.
I'm with you on this.
You basically got an Alabama secondary there with him and
Diggs, I think Jacksonville is running up to the podium with the Murphy kid from LSU.
Yeah, they got to take a receiver. I think so too. They got to replace Ridley, and I don't think Gabe Davis is the answer.
Yeah. I mean, and they still got the Kirk kid that they paid all that money for.
Christian Kirk.
Christian Kirk. I mean,
just paid Ingram the tight end.
Right.
See, at the very least, I'm not like the other Cowboy fans that wanted a quarterback in this draft. At 24,
you could take Spencer Rattler.
Right.
Spencer Rattler, baby.
If we're taking quarterback, it's going to be late in the draft.
You don't want the cock wrangler.
Mm-mm. I've seen him at Oklahoma. He's not that good. Trust me. He's not that good. I don't understand why he's hyped up as a second-round pick. He's not that good.
Nah, he's a day 3 pick.
Quarterbacks
he's a day 3 pick of mine.
If they're very few, all quarterbacks get drafted like 2 rounds or a higher round, 1 round higher than what they should.
Yeah.
Be. Everybody reaches.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the league is thirsty for quarterbacks, bro. I mean, it's a quarterback-driven league, so the Eagles, man, the rich get richer, bro.
Seriously,
that's crazy, bro. All right, so we got your pick coming up after the Jags, right?
Yeah, Jags are next. They need a
the Cowboys
or a cornerback. Yeah, ours is 24, so ours is coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, Jags.
Yours is coming up right after. Yeah. Okay. All right. So
it's Jacksonville, Dallas, then Green Bay.
Okay.
All right. That's after Green Bay. That's the show.
I was about to say after Green Bay, the show's over, gentlemen. So.
Yeah, because who cares what Kansas City's picking, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's not a bad thought. If they don't take wide receiver, they got their pick of corners or the Mitchell kid out of Illinois. I can't believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I like Chop and the whole shit. I didn't expect all that other talent to be available still there. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good pick. He'll definitely help the team out. That was my main thing as a Dolphin fan. It's like after the last couple of years, they haven't had a first round pick. Last year's second round pick, Cam Smith, Vic Fangio apparently did not like him at all, so the kid got no playing time. The year before, we didn't have a first or second round pick. So my thought process is like these 2 picks have to contribute this season. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely think he will. So I'm okay with the pick.
Yeah. Because, for me, I'm thinking offensive lineman is what we're doing here, and then we got to go running back in round 2 because you're not going into the season with what we got right now. I know there's
running back round 2. Did you say running back round 2? Really?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I told you. Running back.
There's running backs you can get in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round, bro. You're gonna waste a 2nd round pick on a running back, bro? Like that's Nah,
I mean, we're late in the second round. We're late in the second round too. So
it don't matter, bro. There's a lot of good running backs you can get later on, bro.
Brian Thomas Jr. to Jacksonville.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr.
to Jacksonville. See, was it Mitch?
He does that. That's awesome, Scott. We were talking about this in my wrestling group this morning about Tony Khan, whether he's going to wear the neck brace or not. So last night on AEW Dynamite, Tony Khan took a pile driver pretty much to say, and so we were all talking. I was like, he's got to wear fucking.
He got to wear the neck brace.
The neck brace
on, and he definitely has it on. That's awesome. No, I didn't see that, Scott, but that's awesome. All right, so here we go. Cowboys on the clock then.
Yeah, I want to say that there was some type of medical report that came out on Newton late, so I'm wondering if that's what's got him dropping.
I will say I'll take Johnny Newton too because we need help stopping the run. So I'll take a defensive tackle as well.
Well, I mean, he's a better pass rusher than he is the run stopper in my opinion, but. Like I said, there was some something came out not so long ago about him, so I'm wondering if that's why.
Well, then again, we're also changing the defense now with Zimmer coming back.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you need help in the trenches regardless.
We have to protect Dak. We have to. We got to get an offensive lineman here.
Yeah. Well, the Barton dude is there. The Jackson Powers Johnson is still there. I mean, the
two guys I wanted are still there. That's the Powers Johnson and Tyler Guyton. Those are the two guys that I wanted.
Yeah.
So both of them are still there.
Huh? So let's see how disappointed. If they take a corner, you're going to be upset?
Probably. Because I think we're okay. I think we're okay at corner. Safety, I wouldn't be mad about because we can
we'll
take Cooper DeJean.
I was about to say, if they take Cooper DeJean, that's just one more thing Nick's going to hate about you.
I'll fucking be pissed off.
No, if we take Cooper DeJean, I'm never allowed on the LTS show ever again.
Not even on the network. Yeah. Network.
At $56, Cowboys select Spencer Rattler.
50. Now, all signs are telling me that's where we're taking Jonathan Brooks at, the kid from Texas.
The running back?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's too
I personally want the Florida State one, Troy Benson. Because he'll at least be ready to go this year, whereas Jonathan Brooks is coming off an ACL.
See, now
hey, this just in real quick on the NBA front, real quick. Woj is reporting here. Joel Embiid has been treated for a mild case of Bell's palsy.
Oh wow,
what's that?
It's where you have a seat, like your face droops and Bell's palsy.
It's what JR had. It's what JR had.
It's like kind of a stroke.
It's like a side on his face.
It's like a stroke attack.
It's like a mini stroke.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Shut
him down. Shut him down, 76ers. Shut him down. Wow, that's crazy news, man.
Oh, Steven's on the phone.
Yeah.
He's trading with Houston.
I mean, I wouldn't mind trading down, honestly. Get more draft.
They gotta go. They got it. They did lose Stephon Gilmore. Is Gilmore signed? Is Gilly Lock signed anywhere?
Mm-mm.
Is he still a free agent?
He's still a free agent, yeah.
He probably wants
to. Well, see, on top of the
that's what I'm saying.
They probably think that they can do well with Diggs and Bland this year. So,
well, I just think that Gilly Lock is a veteran. He was middle of camp or into camp somewhere.
And it's like you said, Nick. They're still talking to Zeke, so who knows what the running back situation is going to be.
Yeah, they reports where they haven't contract, but they were like,
"Bro, Zeke's one of the reasons that puts you in a problem that you haven't, bro. Like, stop worrying about a running back.
We're still paying the contract.
Stop worrying about a running back in the first couple rounds, bro. Like, you can get a running back later, bro. What round was Tony Pollard there?
What? Tony Pollard.
All right, there you go. See, No, but I'm just saying they originally drafted him in the 4th round, so you can get a running back later, bro.
If we do take one in the 4th round, I want the kid from Wisconsin. I want Braylon Allen.
Oh,
I want that kid.
All right, see you, Scott.
It's a reaction to a viral infection. Oh, that sucks, bro. Scott, man, get better, bud. Thanks for checking us out and joining with the shenanigans, bro. Appreciate you.
I don't know if he told y'all,
Get
but
some
he
rest,
did say that that his surgery went well today. So
yeah, he we got a group chat with him.
Continue prayers for Scott.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Come on, man.
Are they going to let the time pass? There's less than a minute. They still haven't made the pick. Oh my god!
See, this is kind of shit. This is why everybody hates the Dallas Cowboys, because this is the only attention they can get is for this 10 minutes. So they're gonna take the whole damn 10 minutes.
They're gonna.
It's not even being tweeted out. It's not even been tweeted out yet.
That's what I'm saying, because they don't know. They're not gonna say nothing until the very last
your
second.
Packers are about to jump us.
That way, that stupid star could be on our TV screen for the whole 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No offense, Alan. No offense to you, Alan.
Just like those stupid pinstripes, right?
Yeah,
okay. Oh, the pick is in here. Hold on. The Cowboys have traded the number 24 pick. The Lions are now on the clock.
I'll take that.
See, I would have been good with that, man.
That means we're going back to what, 29? I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
That's a good trade back, bro. That's a good trade.
And we get more draft capital. We get more draft capital on top of it. There we go.
Right. There's a lot of talent still left there. That's what I was wanting Miami to do.
Now watch, they're going to take a running back at 29.
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Cowboys will trade down
from
number 20.
I wonder who the Lions are going to get.
Question.
If
They've been crushing
the Lions traded in front of the Packers too. So are they trying to take Cooper DeJean?
No.
If they don't have a pick in time, Jonathan, the other team can take
the next team. Yeah, the next team can hurry up and go put in their pick of anybody. So it happened
Detroit's
to the Minnesota Vikings.
The crowd's going wild.
It happened to the Vikings
15 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe something like that.
It happened twice to the Vikings.
I think the Lions might be taking corner here, bro. The Arnold kid from Alabama is still there. The DeJean kid is still there. Kool-Aid is still available. Like they might have traded up for a corner, bro.
I could see that.
I hope they didn't take
unless they're taking the Mitchell kid out of Illinois.
They love Iowa Hawkeyes too. Last year they took Sam Laporta out of Iowa and Jack Campbell out of Iowa. Dan Campbell loves him some Hawkeye guys, so
yeah, it's a possibility.
In Madden, that's who I automatically go to the Lions and I automatically trade for all the Iowa Hawkeye guys they got and put them on the
Packers. Saying that they're taking a corner.
Yeah, it's got to be Terry and Arnold probably.
Yeah, you would think so, man.
I'm going to say, what do we get for that, though? I know we possibly traded back to 29.
Well, I mean, from what, 24 to 29, probably a third, late third, or a fourth.
Yeah.
We needed a third-round pick, too. So
that's what I'm saying. Probably, we needed one, too. That's why I thought Miami would trade back. Yeah, you got a third-round pick, the 73rd pick.
73rd?
That's a good trade back, bro.
I'll take that.
Because you're still going to get a good player at 29, bro.
I just saw the video of Tony Khan in the neck brace. That was great.
Yeah, I just saw it too.
Oh, my God. Can you just show us how they pick, bro?
Keep it kayfabe.
They had to have taken Arnold from Alabama, bro. Unless you really think
they just paid St. Brown $77 million guaranteed and Penny Sewell 5 guaranteed.
This place is about to go nuts in Detroit.
Yeah,
it's
from the TV. Doesn't look like they said it's kind of cold up there in Detroit. So I don't know if there's a lot of people. I'd have to. Sam. See you, Rob. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it, Rob.
It's got to be Arnold.
We got 2 picks left. Need to see who Detroit and the Packers, baby.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They're milking it. Just hurry up and show who the hell they picked to put the next team up.
When you made the trade, you know who you were picking, right? Like you know who you were.
That's what I'm saying. The pick was in as soon as they made the trade. So it's like, why are you taking forever to like announce it, man? Come on, keep it moving. Oh, they're milking it because it's Detroit, maybe.
Probably. Maybe, who knows? God, Detroit's building something, man. This is the best. Like, there's a couple teams where I'm like, shit. Rios, the Texans. I think the Texans could play Chiefs in the AFC Championship game this year, and Detroit, man.
Especially with the additions in the
took Terrion Arnold, the Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold out of Alabama.
He's the second best corner.
He's the second best corner in the whole draft, and you get him at 24. Like, that's crazy.
Crazy.
All right, let's go, Green Bay. This is it. Cooper, come on, Cooper.
Like, there's so much talent, like, still left there, dude.
Yeah.
We traded this pick.
Bro, like these last few picks, like San Francisco's gonna get a hell of a player. Baltimore, Buffalo, Kansas City. Like this
is what happens when everybody rushes up. QBs,
when 6 quarterbacks go in the first 12 picks, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
So we traded 24 in a 7th round next year, and went back and got 29 and a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, 73.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's a good trade, bro.
Dallas got the 29th and the 73rd pick.
Yeah, that's a good trade.
Yeah,
it's a really good trade
for the 24th and a 7th rounder next year.
Right.
Yeah.
The Lions really wanted to get up there, man.
And there's still good corners left on the board. You still got Kool-Aid McKinstry. You still got Nate Wiggins. There's this other guy. I can't remember his name. Like, there's still some good secondary players left, and you still got offensive linemen available.
Yeah, Cooper DeJean, as we talked about. Yeah, they still up there.
Yeah. Rob said, make the first round pick system like it is, and then make the rest a farm system. Interesting. What do you mean, like make a farm system? They still got to, even in the farm, all those players got drafted or signed by a team, so can't really make it a farm system. Belichick beat on Pat McAfee's show all night. That's wild. You know what I mean? Bill don't have no damn job.
They got Nick Saban on the ABC ESPN broadcast.
Yeah. When Bill Belichick doesn't have a fucking job, something's wrong. 7-time NFL champion. You know what I mean?
There's already talk. There's already talk that he's going to take Mike McCarthy's place next year in Dallas.
I don't see.
I don't see.
He wants too much control. I don't know if you're. I don't think Jerry's going to give up there.
No, that'll never happen. Jerry's never get up that control.
Mm-mm.
Steven might. Jerry definitely will not.
Definitely will not.
All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, I hope it's Cooper. If it's not Cooper and it's offensive tackle, offensive lineman, I'm okay with it.
Rios, are y'all getting any storms? Are y'all getting any storms in Houston tonight?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm having to stay up all fucking night because we're supposed to get tornadoes at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Kale.
Damn, tornadoes.
Yeah, we're supposed to get tornadoes at 3 a.m, so I'm not going to be able to go to bed at all.
Kale's thinking you guys are taking Barton, bro. I mean, that's like the responsible pick. You know what I'm saying? Do you take the responsible pick, or do you take the exciting pick and take like a, again, there's still a couple more corners. You got the Dijon kid you like. There's still some edge rushers. But I think you guys go with an interior offensive lineman, bro.
Yeah,
probably that Barton kid that can play. He can play all over the line.
We need offensive line. Yeah, I would take that.
Yeah,
I would take
play,
that. I'm not
he could play all five. He could play
I
all
won't
5
be
spots, bro. He's
He's
probably better off at center, inside, but he can play tackle, bro.
We got Jordan Morgan out of Arizona.
That a tackle, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Jordan Morgan. Yep. That's not bad. That's not a bad.
That's not a bad pick, bro. That's not a bad pick, bro. And like I said, he
did climb up the board the last couple of weeks.
We need a tackle.
He's gonna be plug and play too. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go right in and start. So again, again, those aren't always the sexiest picks. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good pick. So
I'm not mad at it.
I'm good. All in all, I'm not mad at it. Like I said, I thought there was more talent on the board that we could have traded back and still gotten Chop. But I'm okay with Chop, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we needed a little more edge help. We needed more edge help with Phillips and Chubb both coming off an injury, so I'm okay with it. I'm good with it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not super mad. I would have loved to have Cooper, but lineman. I said O lineman or Cooper, so. Nonetheless, he played left tackle for 3 years, so I mean he's got a lot of experience. So we needed some help. Rios, before we get out of here, man, tell the people where they can find you and what you got going on the rest of the night or rest of the week.
This week we don't got much going on. You guys can find us on YouTube at JustFans22. Same thing as our Twitter handle, and on Instagram at JustFansPod. We got a show Monday. Not sure who the guest is just yet, but that will be live. So just keep an eye out on that. Once we have a guest, we'll make sure we promote that on Twitter. But yeah, this has been fun.
Nice.
Hey, we appreciate you joining us, Rios.
Appreciate you joining us, bro.
Let the people know where they can find you and what you got.
You can find me on Twitter at APRellis30. Saturday, one-on-one with AP. My guest will be Football Talk with Bo, who was on this show earlier. That'll be at noon Eastern, so because he's got stuff to do in the evening, so we're going to do it in the Saturday morning. Sunday, NFC East Roundtable, we're going to recap the entire NFL draft, all 4 of us, see which team did the best out of the division and where we go from here. So that should be fun. Sam and I have On the Mat on Tuesday, our wrestling show, WWE Draft tomorrow and Monday, so definitely check that out. And then baseball show on Wednesday with myself and Jonathan Grishman. We'll be doing our top 10 power rankings for the month of April on Wednesday. So definitely check that out. And we'll have Scott's picks. Scott's top 10 will be on there as well. I'll be gaining that from him. So all 3 of us will have our top 10 for Wednesday night.
Johnny, any final thoughts here?
Yeah, man, just happy to be back. Apologies for stepping all over the toes half the show. Got to get back into the rhythm of doing a show. But no, it was fun. Was able to do Aqua and Orange Insights yesterday with the fellows, so definitely check out. Shout out to Alex and to Byron. I don't know how Alex is reacting right now to the Chop Robinson pick, but he's a good player, bro. That's all I can tell you. You'll say he's a good player, so chill. But no, man, just excited to be back. Looking forward to Monday's show. And as far as my shows, there's probably going to be an announcement on the Monday Night LTS show, so definitely check it out. I got some things that I'm trying to put together, so there'll be some news on Monday. So definitely subscribe, smash the like button, and definitely turn on your notifications. That way you can know whenever any of us are going live, especially Alan with his 37 shows.
I will be back Sunday night, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, with Jacob Kushner will be joining me. He is of the Sideline Sports. He's a pundit, also actor. He's acted in some movies, so big Bears fan. So we'll get his take on. He did not want Caleb Williams, so
really?
We'll see. We'll talk about all the There's not a fan of Caleb Williams, so
I can understand that. I wasn't sold on him that much either, but
but like Nick
hopefully he does well. I don't wish the kid bad at all.
But like Nick said, they're putting a good squad around him, so it's not like he's coming into an empty cupboard. You know what I'm saying? They got some good players there, including the number 9 pick, the wide receiver. out of Washington.
As long as he has a better defense than he had at USC.
Yes, he will.
That's all he
yes,
needs.
he will.
No, definitely.
Yeah. This has been a great little draft special. We hopped in right about pick 7, and we're almost at the end here. So, nonetheless, be a friend, folks. Like, subscribe, share. We'll see you Monday night for another episode of the LTS show as well. 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern. Jim and Jonathan will both join us. We'll talk hockey and baseball. And we'll probably get both their views on just the draft of the Saints and the Giants as well. So be a friend, tell a friend, like Johnny, hit that outro. Have a weekend, folks.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for joining us, and until next time, let's talk sport, friends. Thanks for watching.